Good morning, everybody. Happy Wednesday. Happy Hump Day. It is May the 13th, and this is the 158th coffee session. Welcome, one and all. Let's see who we got over here. We got Dave Clemens. He's in delightful Brooklyn, Michigan. Man, I don't know about you guys coming up with all this stuff. Let's see, we got Hitch Hamilton. How you doing, Hitch? Good to see you. Dwayne, a.k.a. Joanne, or Joanne, a.k.a. Dwayne, whichever, is in the house. He's in fabulous Cornwall, Ontario. Okay. Larry Gault's here this morning. How you doing, Larry? Good morning, everyone. The rain came yesterday as promised, 2 inches. Today we are having a Thunderbird flyover. All right. We had, let's see, what did we have the other day? I didn't see it because I'm too far away from Atlanta, but Blue Angels, I think, flew over Atlanta, and then I think, was it yesterday or the day before, maybe? I think they flew over Indianapolis, so that had to be pretty cool. Let's see, Troy Pritchard's in the house. Good morning, Troy. Happy Hump Day. Yes, indeed. Paul Stewart's here. Good morning, everyone, he says. Thumbs up. Yeah, we got a few thumbs up going on over there, so I appreciate it, guys. LB Sharp's in the house. How you doing? Earl Walker, 43, going up to 61. All righty. There's Christina Pritchard. How you doing? Glad you're hanging out with us here on the coffee sessions. There's my buddy Jim Senecolin. Good morning, Coffee Club. Beautiful day in Midland, he says. All righty. There's Leo Steger. Happy Hump Day. All the way to 50 today. Already here in Ohio. All righty. There is Steve in Toronto. How are you doing, Steve? Good to see you. Mike Reynolds says happy Wednesday. Same to you, sir. Steve Gronsky, 54 going to 75. Now that's a good day right there. That is a good day. There's my old buddy Janet over there on Facebook. How you doing this morning, Janet? Hope you're doing well. There's Wild Bill Larson. Old Bill sent me some more music the other day, and I'm going to be using it on my newest video, which I'm going to try to shoot today. So be looking for that. And when you hear those fine tunes in there, you know that's a Wild Bill Larson. Yes, sir. Can't wait to get that done. Ryan Ballard's here. How you doing, Ryan? My favorite solar man. Darren Birds. How you doing? Marty Himsel. Good morning, Marty. Good to see you here on the coffee sessions. Gary Hammett's here. Good morning, Gary. There's Doug. Says, morning, folks. Doug, I was reading an article. Let's see if I can find it now. Oh, yeah, here it is. This guy, let me see where this guy's at. Let me click on it and see. It's a teacher. And he's in Kennesaw, Georgia. Okay, so he's in Kennesaw. But he's running. It says the title here says teacher running more than 50 miles so he can visit all of his students. So, of course, when I read that, I kept thinking about you, and I'm thinking, I wonder if Doug's going to get in on that, start running to see his students. You'll have to let me know. Kevin Els is in the house. How you doing, Kevin? Good to see you. All the way from South Africa. There's Johnny. says, morning all, got the new Facebook look I think Janet was talking about. Or are they just springing it on you and you have to turn it off? Or did you turn it on intentionally? There's George Rothfuss. Good hump day to all, he says. I think it's going to be a good one, George. I think so. There's Earl Walker. How you doing, Earl? Phillip Carter. How you doing, Phillip? Good to see you. There's Kathy. Hey, how you doing? Good to see you on here, Kathy. Welcome to the coffee sessions. Hope you got your coffee. There's Keith Stanford. Morning from sunny New Hampshire. Yeah. Johnny says it's going to be a cool 91 in Goodyear, Arizona. All right. Bart says, I'm enjoying a fresh cup of French roast. Good. Janet says, mine is back to normal day. Must be your turn. Yeah. I don't know. I don't even have Facebook open, so I don't know if I don't know what mine looks like. Dave, it was both Blue Angels and Thunder. Okay, yeah, you're right. It was, they teamed up to do that. And I don't know, I guess, are they doing that everywhere? I don't know if they had that in India, if both of them went up there. Maybe that's the thing now. They're gonna do that. And I know they say, that they're doing it to honor the, first responders and the nurses and the doctors and all that stuff. But I sometimes think, wouldn't there be a better way to honor them without spending all that taxpayer money to fly those things? I'm sure they're not cheap to fly. But, it's just me. Phillip Carter flew over Chicago too. Was neat. Yeah. Okay. Dave says, morning, Johnny. Our snowbirds flying over Canada to boost morale. Okay. There's Bill Hoffman. He's over there on Facebook today. How you doing, Bill? Good to see you. David Pugh's in the house this morning. All. How you doing, David? There's Marty once again. How you doing, Marty? Good to see you. There's Bob Sims from across the pond. Doug says, not to be outdone, I'm running backwards. Okay. All right. Yeah. I saw that and I say, I don't know if I can see Doug Sisk running more than 50 miles so he can visit his students. I don't know about that one. Let's see here. Kathy says, I'm good. I hope everyone else is doing good as well. Yeah. Oh, they did Indy, Chicago, Indy, and Detroit. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, you're right. They got to practice anyway. So I just, I didn't get to see it. And they talked about it a lot on the Atlanta news, but the route they went was right over, kind of right down I-80, 75 and 85, I think. And I live a little bit too far away, which isn't necessarily a bad thing. But I didn't see them. Didn't even hear them. See, it says they sometimes do it together and other times not. Okay. All right. Yeah, there's Mary Mallory. How you doing? Bill Larson says, has it started yet? Are you asking me about the video, Bill? Because I'm going to shoot it today, I think. And if that's what you mean by has it started yet. Dwayne says, yes, they're teaming up, and we had the Snowbird are in out of 8 Wing, Trenton, Ontario. Okay. All righty. Is everyone else's utilities company asking for price increases due to the COVID-19 losses or just Indiana? I heard something about that too, Janet. And I'm like, whoa, the poor little old thing. Of course, I don't know about as far as utilities. Now I have, let's see, who do I use? Georgia Natural Gas for my gas. And then I have one of those EMC things, Snapping Shoals, which I'm very happy with those guys. They are on the ball, but I don't think they're going to ask for an increase. I think it's like the Georgia Power and those guys. Okay, snowbirds are the equivalent to the bluebirds. Cool. There's Ray Whitaker checking in. How you doing, Ray? Hope you're doing well, my friend. There's David from Portal Woodworks. An airplane guy needs to log so many hours to keep their logbook current, so it's required. Okay. All right. I mean, I guess they do have to practice and stuff. I just wondered if this was something in addition to all their other stuff they're doing, and you know, because somebody's paying for it. That was the only thing I was thinking. Somebody's paying for it. And how much does it cost? Alrighty. How many of y'all, I probably asked this question before. How many of y'all out there have cable TV? I'm curious to know. I've got, and I may just need to drag the old ladder out and climb up there and wiggle my antenna and turn it a different direction or something. But my trees, I've got big, tall trees all everywhere. And the way my house is situated, like right here, if I look this way, that's not quite due north. It's kind of out that way towards the corner. And I'm southeast of Atlanta, so all the TV stations are kind of that way. Well, in order for me to point my antenna that way, it's hard to do and get all of the stations because I have such huge trees. And my cable company, I have cable internet. I have Charter Spectrum or whatever it's called, whatever they call it these days. They keep changing the name. So I have that, but they keep teasing me, dangling this little carrot in front of me, like, yeah, you could bundle TV with that, and then it's actually cheaper to get both the internet and TV than it is for what I just pay for cable. But I've resisted so far because I'm like, no, because I know it's just good for 12 months and then it jacks up and then I'll end up cutting it again. And, so I don't know if it's worth it or not. Doug says satellite or cable. When I first moved here, I had DirecTV, and DirecTV was fantastic until it rained. When it rained, all bets were off. And again, I don't even know if I could do that again, because the last time I had the guy here, because I've still got how they are. They don't take the dish things off. They just leave them. So I've still got a dish up here. And the last time that guy was here, he said, man, he goes, I don't know if you're going to be able to get anything or not. He goes, because those trees are so tall, it's hard to get the angle, and hit that satellite. Well, they managed to hit it, and it worked pretty good, except the least little bit of rain, and it'd be kind of wishy-washy. But I don't know. I really hate to get cable TV because one, I don't really watch cable TV. I'd basically be getting it to make sure I get the local channels better. So I don't know. Can't decide. Mark Graves is here. He says, good morning. Below freezing this morning in Canada. Ooh. Wasn't here. Okay, Wilson. Whoop. I'm trying to catch Wilson Rubottom says, good morning, everything. Thanks for the thoughts. Everything checked out. Okay. Well, good. Good deal. Kathy says, Endeavor here. It's called digital TV, fiber optic. Yeah, they were running not Spectrum, but AT&T was running fiber. Oh gosh, it's been a few months ago now. And right after they ran it, man, they just wore me out. You know, the telemarketers on the phone. But I don't know. As long as I have what I have works, you know, I'm that old. If it ain't broke, don't fix it, guy. So it may be faster, but what I have is fast enough. You know, of course, you guys know I do a lot of streamings, so it works well enough to do that. Dwayne says he's on cable. All right. So I guess a few of you are. Dave says, "Come on, people, thumbs up." How many we got over there? I'm showing 14. So we do have looks like about 41 people watching. So Gary says, I change from AT&T and Charter every year or two. They give you the deal to change, so when my deal runs out, I swap. Well, that's something I've thought of, and I know the. Well, just to give you an idea, I think they keep going up on the thing I got. I think I'm paying just about $70 now for the internet thing, and then they keep coming up, and I think it's like $45.99 or something. They'll say, well, you can add the cable TV to your current thing and get it for $45.99. And I'm like, well, or maybe it's $44.99. Anyway, it's about $45. And I'm thinking, wow, that's $25 cheaper a month than what I'm paying now, and I'd be getting two things. So here we go. Ray's got a solution. He says, I'm cheaper. Coat hanger and a lot of foil. Yeah. he's asked me if I worked on a soap press yet. No, I have not, but I did go watch a bunch of videos. And I watched a guy who he just made just a simple little box, just, about like the inside would be about like the size of a bar of soap. And then he left the bottom off. Actually, he put the bottom in and he screwed together the four sides, and then the bottom would poke back out. He would use that for the press. And then he'd take a board and he'd put, I think he put aluminum foil or something down so it wouldn't stick to it. And then he wrapped aluminum foil around the piece he was using as to space the other pieces. And then he cut up a bunch of stuff and he put it in there, and he took C-clamp, clamped it down, waited a little bit, took them off, boom, had a bar of soap. So, yeah, let's see. Tom says, you would think cable companies would want to retain you by giving you a break. Crazy business model that you need to switch all the time. I know. I think it's the stupidest thing. And you know what else gets me is, and I keep saying this, I could be wrong. I'm wrong a lot. But if I had a lot of money and I was going to start my own cable company, now you guys tell me if I'm wrong here. I think I would, instead of offering packages, I would charge people so much per thing, per station or network or whatever, and let them pick, you know, their what they want on their package. And I don't mean, well, if you want ESPN, you got to get this other stuff. I don't mean that. I mean, you pick exactly what you want. I don't understand why that would be so hard to do. Maybe I don't know enough about the way cable works, but it just seems like that they could do that. They could say, okay, Dave, you get 20 things, you pick what you want, and you get exactly the 20 that you want, not 9 of them that you want and 11 that you don't really want, the way they do it. Because a lot of times they'll know people really like this and they know people really like that, so they put them in different packages. That way you got to get this one and that one to get them both. So I don't know. I don't understand. It seems like they'd want to keep people happy and let them get what they want. But maybe that's why I'm not in the cable business. Maybe that's too hard to do. I don't know. Let's see. Dave Clemens says he poured his mortar countertop for his office yesterday evening. It turned out pretty cool. Okay. George says, I use TV antenna and internet streaming. Yeah. Well, I've got a Fire Stick on my other TV. And it's weird because ever since I plugged the Fire Stick into that TV in the bedroom, all of a sudden the antenna stuff doesn't work anymore. It just says no signal. I mean, it tries, but it's almost like somebody sitting there unplugging and plugging it in, doing that. So I don't know. But I just thought it was weird that happened right when I put the Fire Stick on it. So I don't know. Steven says it's all about the cost of licensing the content they sell you. Yeah. Well, I know there must be a reason because they all do it that way. But it just seems like if anybody could ever come up with a way to, say we're going to charge this much for 30 things, and we don't care which 30 it is, you pick. If they could do that, it seems like they would be able to retain customers. And the specials, just like the one I was talking about, if I call them up, say, yeah, give me the cable TV, my bill drops from 70 to 45 bucks a month for 12 months. And then it's like, it goes through the roof again. And then when it ends, if I don't pay attention and catch it, next thing you know, I got a bill for a couple $100 or something. So I don't know, but I get those emails all the time from Charter, Spectrum, or whatever they're called. Neil's a little late today, says. That's okay, Neil. We're going to be here another 5 minutes or so. Johnny says, you're all right, Dave. Cable TV can give you exactly what you want per channel, but that does not bring in the real money, which is advertising. They package to sell customers and connect providers. Yeah. Yeah, that's why I haven't jumped on that thing. Although I keep thinking, man, if I would just, be able to remember when that 12 months is up, I'd probably be smarter to get it, even if I didn't watch it, because my bill would be less. So I don't know. Of course, now you think about it. There's not any sports to watch. So Well, I say there's not any sports to watch. There's plenty of sports to watch if you want to watch their reruns. But I notice they keep showing the games from way back in the day or something. I'm like, yeah, I guess that's okay to show them. But we know how it ends. But maybe if you're like me, you're old and you forget. But I don't know. YouTube TV. Wait a minute here. What's this say? YouTube TV, $50 and no contract. I'm not a big fan of YouTube though, because they like to censor content, decide what they think you should see. So, Bart Bixel says, I think the FCC would have to allow the cable company to allow a la carte. Yeah, I suppose. They're to be here in Columbus today. He must be talking about the Blue Angels and stuff. Johnny says he's thought about the YouTube TV, not ready to pull the trigger. Yeah. Phillip says, call him up, ask him for the retentions department. I've had DirecTV take $40 off my bill for 12 months. Yeah. I don't know. We'll see. I just don't watch. I try to turn on the news. In the last couple of days, even though the weather's been beautiful, the channel I like to watch, it just comes in and goes out and comes in, and I know it's because of the darn trees. All leaves are on the trees now, and I like living down in a hole because all the trees around me. So, got some stuff coming today from Amazon. That's always exciting. In fact, I got two things coming today. According to this, UPS will be here sometime today. Maybe the Amazon van will pull up. So, pretty exciting times around here, actually. Do y'all do that when you order stuff and you're like, oh, yeah, they're coming today, and you keep looking out the window? My dogs, they love it when the Amazon people come. A lot of times I open my front door. I have like the big, I don't know, I guess you call it a storm door, but it's just all glass. And so I'll open up the other door and let it where the dogs can see. And it's funny because some of those people, sometimes the UPS driver, mostly not them. They're usually pretty. What's the word I'm looking for? Not afraid of dogs. But the Amazon people now, they're scared of dogs because they'll be just barking and raising Cain, and there's a glass door, but it's right there at the porch. It's only about 3 feet from where they're going to set the package, and I've had one guy stop several feet out in the middle of the front yard, and he's like, "Is it okay? Is it okay? Yeah, come on. They're behind the door. They won't get you unless I tell them to." So, Paul's got an idea. Time to fix your TV problem with your chainsaw. Yeah, I bet you that would do it. That would do it. Yeah. Yeah. Dave Gatton, I like Blue Angels. They fly 30 inches from wingtip to canopy. Yeah, they're the best of the best, you know. Ryan says he's going to go to work. Yeah, you better get back there and get on that honey-do list. All right, well, that was my little timer. Let's see here. George got some more antenna information. Outside antenna works best with a preamp out on the antenna than a distribution amp. So it gives me about 20 years of service for an upfront pricing, whereas cable keeps increasing their pricing. Yeah. Yeah, for the most part, up until just lately, I've been very happy with my little HD antenna. Like I said, I used to have DirecTV, and they kept, you know how they are. They keep, every time you turn around, they're going up on the price. And I finally just said, all right, this is enough. So I called them, and somebody mentioned a retention rep. So I told them, I said, yeah, I'm just, I said, y'all got to do something. I said, you keep going up and up. I said, I just don't watch it enough. I may just have to. I need to get my bill lower, because I just don't, for what you charge me, I don't watch it enough for that. So they sent me to the retention people, and they says, well, here's what we can do for you. We can do this, and it's this much, and she says, well, do you have how many TVs do you have? I said, well, I have it on 2. And she goes, well, we could, you could drop that one box and save you some money. And I go, well, what would that be? She goes, oh, that'd be like $10 less. And I'm like, well, that's not really what I'm talking about, So then she came up with some other packages, and she says, well, let me read off what you have in your current package, and you tell me, you stop me when I get to something that you can't live without. And I said, okay. So she starts rattling off all this stuff, and just goes and goes and goes and goes. And finally she says, well, you didn't, I didn't say anything that you can't live without. I said, no. I said, you just made me realize that I don't need this at all. Go ahead and just turn it off and unplug it. So here she was supposed to be the retention person, and she just convinced me that I don't need it at all. So I had them unplug it and went and bought an HD antenna. I've had that for several years and been pretty happy with it. But I think if I get up there and get another little piece of tubing and put it a little higher, I think I'd be okay. But we'll see. All right, I heard that bell go off a while ago. It's time for me to get to work. I got to go to the UPS store again today. And going to get out there and shoot a video, I hope. Well, I'll get out there and shoot a video. Whether it turns out or not, that's another story. But anyway, we're going to get out of here. Everybody have an awesome hump day. And if you're not doing nothing tomorrow, come on back, bring your coffee. We'll see if we can do this again. See y'all.